Racing is a non-contact sport.
You might say, isn't racing about avoiding crashes?
Well, not in this game.
Welcome to the game that completely misses the simple principles of racing. When you complete a mandatory non-skippable tutorial guided by a system that might test your patience, you will enter the Forza world. Of course, the introduction course can be quite useful to the newcomers, of course, if you're a new one, so I cannot say that this is a big minus, although it could be shortened. If you can make it past the first part of the game, it's time to take the car to the track. At first, I was quite amazed by the XP system that seemed fair and very engaging. Any overtake you make, any drift, clean sector is rewarded with XP, but that's pretty much about it. And then, when we come to the problem, you need a ridiculous amount of XP to unlock the mods on the cars, which also includes tires, so just imagine playing a game for 2 hours just to unlock the tires. It can be quite frustrating. So after playing the game for about 3 or more hours, I realized that I would need to grind each and every single individual car every single time to unlock all of the mods. So the game seems perfect if you always want to drive the same car, but I guess that's not what someone wants to do. But to be fair, there are a lot of options that add value to the game and should be considered as engaging modem that was, in my eyes, very poorly executed. The game is split between online and offline mode like most of the sim titles, and I would like to begin with the offline mode, sharing the track with these AI racers, and I can say that it's no walk in the park. Of course, these AI are just not mindless moving obstacles on the track like the ones that you see in games like Gran Turismo, the game that I'm usually playing, and kudos to the game for mixing things up, but that's where the good part ends. When you attempt to race side by side with these guys, whether you're behind or leading the pack, things will get messy, and things will get messy quick. The AI doesn't just race, they barge, push and shove, with no regard of clean driving. If you're not the one getting pushed around, you'll witness these program drivers aggressively nudging each other out, resulting in what can only be described as chaos. Now, don't get me wrong, a bit of aggression on the track can be entertaining, but AI consistently maintains this aggressive driving style, creating an annoying gap in skill and racing etiquette that simply cannot be ignored, no matter the series, no matter the car. And as the field stretches out, these AI-induced incidents become less frequent, but they never entirely disappear. The whole vibe feels just off. AI is overly aggressive, unpredictable, making the gaming experience less about skill and more just about surviving the AI's behavior. Cars, for the most part, handle as you would expect them to. Power, acceleration, and overall handling reflects the unique layouts of individual cars. For example, if you're driving a front-engine car, in this case, you will feel that understeer if you put the power down mid-corner. However, there is a portion of it that I can simply not explain. Cars in the game can be extremely drifty. There is this Need for Speed vibe going on and I cannot explain it. I cannot explain the reason why the Porsche 919 can drift at Le Mans in very high speed turns. I cannot explain it. Simply I tried to make even a script about it and I cannot explain this momentum. Even the cars, it doesn't matter what kind of suspension that they have, it seems like any car can drift in this game. And this leads me to the conclusion that the handling model just lacks finesse. Modern cars, racing cars, they constantly seem like they're on the edge. I won't say that the driving experience is terrible, it's definitely not, but when I'm comparing that to its rivals, Forza really falls short on some of the finer, clinical details in the driving mechanics, resulting in handling that sometimes feels exaggerated and very unrealistic. And there is definitely another aspect that seems excessive without just an additional added value, which is how the game weather system interacts with cars and handling. It's, let's say, mediocre at best. I'm yet to find a situation where I just needed to pit for wet tires due to the loss of grip in challenging weather conditions. It turns out, all you need to do is to adjust your approach slightly. ease up on the brakes, modulate the throttle a little bit easier, and you won't find yourself in the situation when you're actually losing time against the AI opponents, even if they have wet tires. The driving experience is not significantly impacted by the weather in-game, giving it the appearance of just being left out, rather than an essential, well-polished game feature. When it comes to utilizing the wheel in Forza, the experience is solid, mostly. For my gameplay, I mostly relied on my FANATEC GTD Pro, which has all of the links down in the description, and the game creates the feeling of a constant force, and that's not exactly that I was looking for. I tried to figure out the best settings, and the best I got so far is this. You can also find the settings in the link down below. But it's not just bad, it's different. You can notice that the cars with stock suspension feel floaty through the wheel, while those equipped with the race suspension often have a more tactile, agile feedback. Forza's feedback is actually okay, especially when it comes to understanding the tire slip angles. It offers this intuitive part that feels what the tires are actually supposed to do. The default settings can feel odd. While Forza provides a detailed wheel experience, it requires some tweaking and attention to the settings. And there's, let's say, some certain areas where the feedback mechanism could use more refinement, and it could be a little bit more user-friendly, and I would really like to see that in the future updates. And when it comes to the graphics, Forza presents a picture that it's definitely hard to ignore. The graphics feel aged and inconsistent, offering a visual experience that oscillates wildly from stunning to very, very disappointing within just a few moments. While my critiques are primarily based on the PC version, because I play this on PC, the Xbox edition does not seem to offer that much of a significant improvement in this department. There are situations where the lighting effects and the sceneries are absolutely breathtaking, even surpassing Gran Turismo at one part. Yet, moments later, I'm talking about literally moments later, the visuals are terrible, contrast-heavy, cluttered mess. The car models also leave much to be desired. The interiors of the car lack finesse, with jagged lines, unconvincing materials that can really contribute to the game that feels visually dated, even when the newer models are in play. The reflections, the paint quality, the lighting effects, and it just feels like it was 2 generations ago. Gran Turismo Sport actually had better visuals than this Forza, and it was out in 2017. For a title that demands top dollar, these shortcomings in visual quality are very hard to justify. Despite the claims of laser-scanned precision, the tracks do not get that feel of precision. They feel slightly outdated and also very inaccurate. These inaccuracies persist across various titles, and leading to a gaming experience that feels predictably uniform, regardless of the title you're transitioning from or to. So in essence, Forza's newest edition seems to struggle with delivering a consistent top-tier visual and gaming experience expected of AAA titles. With its unpredictable performance, missing content, dated graphics, the game needs a significant improvements to truly shine and justify its price tag. However, while the current state is disappointing, I believe there is always a lot of room for improvement, and hopefully we're gonna get a better title in the upcoming months with the updates that are gonna follow. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed, and if you did, you can always hit that like button, or you might even want to subscribe to the channel. So until the next video, bye.